it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I'm sorry I had to get something off the lens of my camera. But anyway, today in this video, I'm going to read you guys the true story of the three little pigs. Funny story, I actually tried to make this video before, but I had Humphrey and he just had surgery on Thursday and he got fixed. So I was trying to make the video with him while I watched him, but he was a little bit squirmy. He can't get out for a few days, so I'm trying to pay a lot of attention to him, but that didn't work out. So I had to leave to go put him downstairs in the bathroom where his stuff is. So I'm going to make this video now and hopefully I don't have any distractions. So I'm going to get started and I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'm going to enjoy a nice cup of coffee while I make this video. Dear reader, there has obviously been some kind of mistake. It's been 10 years since I first explained what happened to those three little pigs, but I'm still in the pen. Maybe the warden hasn't had a chance to look into the whole mess. I'm sure everything will be taken care of once he hears my side of the story. I mean, why wouldn't I be free? I've been a model prisoner. There was that small problem with the cake my granny sent to me. I don't know how a saw got in there. It must have fallen off the tool shelf and into the frosting like she said. And then there was that confused little girl in the Red Riding Hood. Saw my picture in the paper, then she made up some table about me dressing like her granny and scaring her with what big eyes I have and what big teeth I have. Crazy. Would I do something like that? I think the answer to that is in the letters I get from all over the world. Mr. Wolf, you are innocent. Bobby Lobo, Lupin, Texas. Monsieur Wolf, you should be free. L.E. Loop, Paris, France. There's something, and I don't know what it is, Tokyo, Japan. And I'm not very good at reading calligraphy. That's it. The true story 10 years later, straight from the wolf's mouth. So now what you know, maybe you could put in a good word or two for me. Something like free a wolf, really, a wolf, a wolf. There's the pig, there's him dressed as the granny, and there is a wolf right here. Everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody ever has heard my side of the story. There's a stick and a brick. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Oh, TikTok. Sorry. Way back in Once Upon a time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now, this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his house whole out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in the right mind would build a house of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked at the door, it fell right in. I didn't know to just walk into someone else's house. So I called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. While I huffed and I snuffed. There's the wolf. There he is about to sneeze. And I sneezed a great big sneeze. And you know what? The whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying on there in the straw, so I ate it up. I think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. There's the wolf. There's him thinking about eating the pig. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar, so I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was little smarter, but not too much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the doorbell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs off my chinny chin chin. There's the house of sticks, and there's the pig shaving. I just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but the guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I think the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was all getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better, and I still didn't have that cup of sugar from my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. The guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what that rude little porkers answered? Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again. There's the wolf. There's the brick house. Talk about impolite. He properly had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed once again, and then the third pig yelled, "And your old granny can sit on a pin." I'm ready to sneeze. Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go crazy. When the cops drove up, of course, I was trying to break down this pig's door. And the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. Looks like he's blowing fire. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the two pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all of that huff and puff and blow your house down. And they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. That's the real story. I was framed. Here's the newspaper. There's some crumbling of the paper. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar? Okay, so that was me reading the true story of the three little pigs. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm terribly sorry that this is so long, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!